I grew up going to a Lutheran church and going to Sunday school almost every Sunday. I went through confirmation and even spent time teaching Sunday school. However, I felt like my relationship with God was something that only happened on Sundays, and then after that, I would just go on living life like nothing happened. I would pray sometimes and read the Bible, but that's about it. In high school, I was always super involved in sports and other activities. My life was centered on getting good grades in sports and my friends, and that was about it. There's not really a lot of Jesus outside of that. I found myself always getting upset with myself when I didn't get that A on a test or when I didn't get the playing time I thought I deserved. I was constantly comparing myself to others, and I always just felt kind of empty. Flash forward to my junior year of high school, that was when I decided to join FCA, which is Fellowship of Christian Athletes. It was there that I started to really learn what it was like to have a relationship with God. I was learning what it meant to truly surrender my life to Christ and what it was like to do everything to glorify God. I was actually starting to live out my faith daily. FCA changed my life, and I was leaving high school in a really good place in my faith, and I had a solid relationship with God and a really good community behind me. However, when I started college, I lost all of that. I didn't have that Christian community anymore, and I essentially started from scratch. None of my friends were Christians. Again, I was just really focused on getting through school and my grades, and there wasn't really a whole lot of Jesus that year. It was a really, really great year. It was just spiritually dead. So that next year, I ended up becoming a resident assistant, and it was just a really hard year. I lost all of my friends. I didn't really have a Christian community behind me, so it just was really bad. However, God stepped in, and I had 4 staff members on my team that were really strong in their faith, and they just picked me back up, and they helped pour into me. They got me connected to their church, and one of them even brought me to Crew. So that summer, I took a step of faith and became a camp counselor. It was at a camp I'd never been to in my entire life. I didn't know anyone there. I just kind of showed up and then just let God take over. And that summer was completely life-changing. I was getting poured into and really, really invested in my relationship in the Lord. And I got to hang out with kids too, which was a bonus. After I came home, I found myself back in the same routine. School, work, friends. I had taken a huge step of faith, but then I didn't really do anything to live it out after that. After that summer, I still kept attending Crew, and I was at fall retreat when God really put it on my heart to go on summer mission in the Badlands for 11 weeks. It was a total faith-stretching thing again. I didn't really know how I was going to get there. I had to support Raise. It was just going to be really faith-stretching. But again, it changed my life. I met the best people and saw God work in so many ways. I completely surrendered my life to God, and I was constantly stepping in and out of faith daily. Here I am, senior in college, graduating in December. I really don't know where life is going to lead after I graduate. I know I want to be a teacher, but I don't really know where. It is still a constant battle for me to continue to surrender everything to God. I constantly want to plan out my life and do things on my own. My life is a roller coaster of spiritual highs, but I'm working on my relationship with God every day. God has blessed me in so many ways, and I know He has a plan for me, and that's far better than anything that I can ever do on my own. So I know I just need to be still and listen to where God is calling me next.